Corky joined alongside today, man. We're going to be bringing you some Tetris attack action up next on SNES Superstars Marathon. We have the category easy through V hard, which is going to be all the four main difficulties for versus problems in the game. Today, I mean, we've seen this matchup time and time again. These are two titans of the community, and we're going to be seeing all four difficulties thrown. How excited are you to see this right now?
Well, I'm quite excited, and I'm sure FFR Pro and Cards are also excited to have a matchup that's not really high stakes, because these two have met a lot in the tournaments we've had in our community over the past few years. They're two of the top competitors. They consistently get sub 30 times in all difficulties here. So, but now it's just going to be time to have some fun, and I'm really looking forward to this very, very high skilled showdown here.
Alrighty. Just to my mic, hopefully that is a little bit better for you guys.
I think it's a little bit better.
I just came back from a trip, so a lot of my PC was dismantled for a little bit. Alright, cool. I think we are good. So yeah, we're going to be seeing this a little bit coming up shortly. When the action starts, I'll have talk a little bit about this game in general.
Yeah, we'll once we get started and everyone can see the playing field, we'll talk a little bit about the mechanics and the strategies that Cards and FFR Pro are going to be using. You see, like FFR Pro, little antsy. It looks like he's cycling through those difficulties. In the tournament that we had recently, we some players started adopting the password meta, which is where you can go to the password screen and you can jump to different stages using a password, but players were using it to just enter little messages. So it's just like a fun little quirk of this game. Alright, looks like we're off. So for those who don't know, Tetris Attack is based off of a Japanese puzzle game called Panel de Pon. It's actually just a reskin of that game with Yoshi's Island characters. You see they have a cursor that moves all around the playing field, and they can use it to swap blocks around. And whenever 3 or more blocks line up, they will clear. And the goal of the game is to do combos and chains to send garbage to your opponents. Combos are when you line up 4 or more blocks in a row, and you're going to see Cards and FFR do some pretty crazy combos. Very often they're going to want to go for the 8s and 9s. Those will send multiple lines of garbage. They're also going to be going for chains. Chains is when blocks clear and then other blocks fall into a clear from that clear. And the more you build up your chain, the thicker the garbage blocks will get. So you could actually chain all the way out to a mystery chain. I think it's about... It's like 14 or something. We call it a mystery chain because the number goes away. And it becomes a mystery sign. But they're not going to want to go out that far. You can see that Cards and FFR Pro, they're not going to go out to probably more than X5, maybe X6. Because there's no need to like overkill your opponent. They're going to try to weave in a bunch of combos with their chain, try to top off the opponent in one go, and get the kill from there. And you can see that they are cruising along so far here on easy mode. already on Wiggler. That's a beautiful attack from FFR Pro. And Cards is right behind him. My goodness.
Yeah, both off to a really solid lead right now. It's worth mentioning that Cards has second place of all the times on the leaderboard for this game, and FFR has third place, so they couldn't be even closer in skill right now. And in our community, we've run tournaments for this game for like the past 7 years or 6 years, it seems like now. And both of these players have won 3 tournaments apiece, including both of them making the finals for both tournaments last year. So these guys are just about equal on skill as it can be. I think you'll notice that FFR is slightly the quicker player and Cards is a little bit more methodical. So you might see Cards get more consistent with those combo attacks. But I mean, it's really hard to distinguish their skill. As you can see, Cards has only jumped out to like a really small lead of like 5 seconds right now.
Yeah, what's really exciting in a game like this is that when you have such a close skill level, RNG really comes into play. But despite the amount of RNG in this game, the top players tend to separate themselves out. The tops of the leaderboards are pretty consistent, so really it's all about elevating your floor so the RNG like can't impact you like as much.
And as we mentioned earlier, this is 4 difficulties in total. Easy is going to be featured first. We're going to slightly get harder and harder as the run goes on. This mode in particular is going to have 10 stages total. When we get to normal, which will be next, it'll be 11. And then we'll have hard and V-hard, which will be 12 stages apiece. So, I mean, it's pretty much each level is going to be about 1/4 of a run, but the later levels get slightly longer. The AI gets more sophisticated, but it doesn't matter. Both of our opponents still going to be getting a 23 side-by-side right now.
It's crazy how close this is so far, but there is going to be opportunity for separation, but we're all hoping for it to come down to the wire.
Oh, very nice lag chain on Card's side. So there are a couple ways that you can approach it, as Tay mentioned a little bit earlier. Oh my god, he's making it look really flashy at the bottom there. Excuse me for that, but yeah, chains and combos are going to be your main way to top off your opponent, and once they're topped off, these lower level opponents usually won't do much to retaliate. A clear on their side can waste a little bit of time. But Cards, in order to make his chains go a little bit faster in length, he's been doing something called a lag chain, which is like he's starting 2 chains in 2 different spots to where they're dropping at different times, and it's building up that chain counter just a little bit quickly. You got to see a little bit of it there too. Oh yeah, just beautiful. I'm glad when I actually got to describe it, Cards was just like, all right, here's how it looks. Beautiful. Not even punished for it either. 19 seconds. Very good kill by Cards. He's gaining little by little time on FFR. Ooh, one swap away from a clear on his side too. Very fortunate for both players right now.
And the stop time is just, it can be infuriatingly long on easy mode. Stop time is basically how long your screen can be full of garbage before you time out and die. And obviously we want that to be lower because it means we can kill the opponents quicker. But in easy mode, just the AI has a lot of time, a lot more time to get to stuff compared to V-hard. So you will see that slow cursor march of death, sometimes just praying that the AI will not be able to get to whatever clear they wind up.
And Cards will be the first one out of easy. Piranha is the endpoint for both of them. So once like the defeat screen comes up for the AI here, it will fade to white and then start to fade to black. And that gives the cue to the runners that they can reset and go to the next stage. So they'll just do that immediately. Heading to normal now. Normal's not going to be too much different from easy mode. The AI behavior is going to be the same throughout the most part. They're going to be a little bit faster in parts. And, I mean, there's a general strategy. Shoutouts to Cards, who has a guide of this on speedrun.com of how much garbage you'll send. So they're pretty much trying to stick with that in their heads to where combos are still pretty important since they have really little shake time. But if you can't find those combos immediately, you'll look to do bigger chains. But FFR is like, nah, I'll just keep the combo spam going. 12-second kill, that was pretty incredible.
Yeah, all singles on that. He just did the 2-chain with some extra combos. Oh, and Bumpty just not going for the right yellows there. We love it when the AI does not play super efficiently, and that was a nice 8 combo with that chain from FFR Pro.
Oh no, the blues are going to line up, so there's a clear on his side already. Going to be losing a little bit of time here and there. For these lower difficulties, it is like pretty crucial to like try to get these kills as quick as possible, because if you get unlucky enough, the AI can, with one clear, waste so much time because the game speeds are still a little bit slower on this these difficulties as well. And all those clears coming in from Poochie on card's side.
Poochie.
No, don't hit the blues. Okay.
No stop time left, but yeah, that was some timer scamming. Just the AI is always, before they switch their priority to trying to clear the garbage and moving their cursor up to the garbage, sometimes they'll go around and just clear random blocks across the board, and it's just really frustrating when you know that you've killed the opponent, but they just keep wasting time because your stop time does not count down while you are clearing garbage or clearing blocks.
AI behavior is so fascinating in total for this series. I'm sure some of you might be familiar with Pokemon Puzzle League 2, and that has some really fascinating cases to where the AI is a little bit more sophisticated since it was a later release, but does some equally dumb things here and there.
Mm-hmm. The dumb AI is one of the reasons we're actually able to speedrun the hardest difficulty in that game.
So we're 15 stages through in total. Cards only has around a 10-second lead right now. 14-second kill is going to be really good here, and an immediate clear coming out FFR's side. A little bit unlucky, but might be a blessing, because if the clear comes out that early, it usually still leads to fast times like that 17 that he got.
Yeah, we love it when the AI is up high. It means you don't have to send as much garbage, and sometimes some of the fastest times recorded have been when you've dropped your chain, but the AI was just up super high, and you get like an 8-second stage. Never on purpose.
All right, opportunity for FFR if he's sent enough here. It was one line short. Oh, just enough time for the down stack, but that last little bit of garbage came through. So FFR is saving 6 seconds on cards there.
And FFR Pro is keeping it close through normal mode.
Ooh, my goodness. That 12 on card's side. You don't really see combos that big ever, and when it comes together that perfectly, you just gotta admire it. I mean, 15 seconds paid off.
It's hard to get 12s. Like, usually you'll see people cap off at 10s usually. But I was gonna say, this is actually the perfect category for FFR Pro and cards to run, because I think over the course of all the difficulties, like hopefully the RNG they get will like roughly cancel out, and hopefully we'll have a really close match. I mean, like, we're over halfway through normal mode and we are just within half a stage of each other.
Card's really feeling himself right now too, and that last attack he did on Raphael, he had a 7 combo that was literally all purples, and then threw in another lag chain at the end there. But even with all that stylish play, FFR still like saving time with that 14. So I don't think we mentioned, this will be more important for the last 2 difficulties, but once we hit stage 9, this is what we dubbed the cave. And regularly it's the last 4 opponents that happen, because their AI pattern actually switches up a little bit to where they focus on chain.
That was a frame-perfect swap-in chain extension for FFR Pro. He gets it 12 seconds. He's just about tied with Cards of the Heart.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a little bit of that variance catching FFR Pro right back up. But I mean, we'll get to it later. Once V Hard starts, then it's it's really where this race is going to be determined. Another nice little lag chain on card side.
That was beautiful, but the purple's just right there, not rewarded for that attack. And a common phrase that you'll hear from our competitors is "reward me," because sometimes you'll get an amazing attack, you want to get rewarded for it, you want the quick kill, and sometimes the game will just say no.
I've noticed watching both these players throughout the tournament that we just had that concluded last month. A lot of players were trying to just figure out how they can be more and more consistent with their play, and cards started implementing lag chains, I think, in order to try to get those quicker kills on V-Hard. And I can just definitely see that in his play right now. He's opting to do so many lag chains. And he's going to be the first one out of normal? He will be with a very nice 13-second kill on Kamek. In FFR, I think he's going to fall up very close behind.
Wow. There we go. Yeah, first two game modes done, and we're within like 10 seconds of one another. And yeah, now we're going to be moving on to hard mode, which is going to be the fastest difficulty on speed 6, so even less stop time for the opponents.
Yeah, it might not be much to see at first, but yeah, it's actually a blessing for our competitors here, because their average stage times will probably be faster on hard mode than it will be normal, because all their chains are happening faster, all the blocks are clearing faster, and the opponents are dying quicker. So it's going to be very common to see a lot of sub 20-second kills on this mode.
Yeah, there is a potential for much longer troll stages just due to the improved AI, but the fastest stages will be faster on hard mode and V-Hard compared to normal and easy, just because the AI will die that much sooner, and like they razor stack a lot higher.
Quick clear coming out on card side. He's gonna have to wait it out a little bit. Maybe FFR might get cleared on 2. Oh, he went for the purples, but the blues still were in the way, or else he maybe could have gotten that quick kill.
Just one of those incidental clears that the AI can get while they're searching for another clear.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see it, but these AI have been known to get really, really greedy with the clears that they do, too. They'll have like a 3 clear that's 1 away from clearing the garbage, but they're like, oh, if I do 15 more swaps, I can convert it into a 5 combo. And then they just end up dying.
It's like whoops-a-daisy. Yeah, we love to see that.
Ooh, 14 and a 13 coming out. Very solid starts by both of them at the beginning of hard mode here.
Yeah, RNG treating cards a little bit nicer here. He is slightly ahead, and I'd say hard mode is probably one of the favorites of a lot of competitors because of that lower stop time. It feels like it feels much fairer than V-Hard that we're going to see in a little bit, where you can send these quick attacks. The AI isn't quite as quick as they are in V-Hard. You can get those really fast stages consistently. Because FFR Pro get to 16 there.
I just want to emphasize how good both of these players are again, though, because they have been like pillars of the community for so many years now. I think they both started speedrunning this game in 2013 and have been doing it, you know, pretty on and off, but like during their grind sessions have done it really consistently. Both these guys have held world records in multiple games. FFR notably being the line clear champion for a while, which is one of the side modes that happen in this game, which is basically clear blocks as fast as you can. That's the basic premise of it, and FFR is pretty nuts at it.
Oh, Card's not knowing what to do after that 9 combo there. I don't know if he got a little overwhelmed. Sometimes, like, if you get a much bigger combo than you're expecting, and like blocks are popping everywhere, it's easy to get caught off guard and not be able to recover from that.
Larg only got one clear on FFR's side, could not find the other. And because of that 30-second kill by Cards, FFR taking the lead since very early or for the first time. I'm not sure if he had the lead at the very beginning of the race.
Yeah, Cards was up by about half a stage, I think, and now they are just about even. And these are beautiful. Look at these lag chains. FFR Pro going out to X5, and that's going to be a 13. Holy cow.
Oh, almost a kill on Cards' side, too, but that 7 combo lined up pretty easily for the AI. Cards has got to wait probably around 8 seconds for all this garbage to clear, but that'll be the kill there. So 2 kind of below average stages for Cards is going to put him in his biggest deficit of this race so far. Which is funny because it's still within his stage. Like, we haven't had anyone jump off to a big lead, which is good. I love to see races this close.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Cards not finding too many combos in this chain. He's going to bring it out all the way to a time 6. And very unfortunate, those purples immediately clearing for Raphael. Hopefully he doesn't have enough time to get to those purples. So I cursed him.
Come on, Raven. What are you doing?
FFR also dropping his chain here at the beginning.
Ooh, that was a good recovery, though. Not timing that chain extension quite right, but...
He got bailed out pretty hard by Hook Bill there with just 2 tall pillars and not really doing too much. He only had to send 4 lines. If he got lucky enough and dropped that a lot earlier, that probably could have been like a 10-second or even quicker kill. But yeah, FFR now threatening possibly our first full stage lead. He's going to line up an A combo for his first attack here. Cards with a whole bunch of combo garbage falling down, but Hook Bill going to clear those immediately, and a clear on FFR's side as well.
Oh, but look at that trolling on Cards' side. And some bad RNG on Cards' side. Let's FFR Pro catch up. Oh, FFR Pro's, excuse me,
he's
stage ahead.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Still pretty close here, and anything can happen in VR.
Yeah, don't worry about the lead until we get to the very last stage of this race, like legitimately. You can play perfect up until the very end and lose like 3 minutes if you're unlucky enough.
We did see a what was it, like a 2-stage comeback on Bowser in the tournament?
The question is which race, because that sounds like it happened for many races.
It was your race against Gamer, I think.
Yeah, I believe it was something like that, where it was, he got like a 2.5-minute Bowser while I was on stage 10. And I just got 3 pretty quick kills after that. But yeah, speaking of the man, here he is. We get to see him for his first of 2 times during this run. This one, he's a little bit more tame. He might troll you a little bit here still. But I think FFR has a pretty good send here. The down stacking's going to come out, and there's the kill.
Do you see those 2 8 combos that FFR Pro had set up?
Did he like, right as Bowser died, I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, like on either side of the board, there was just 2 8 combos. It's so beautiful.
Nice. All right, 15-second by Cards, trying to make up a little bit of time here. But yeah, FFR now on to our last mode. This is where everything matters. The AI is at its hardest form here.
Oh, he didn't.
Wait, did he miss it?
He missed a V hard.
So, in order to activate very hard, as you can see, there's only 3 difficulties. You have to hold up and L on your controller, and then hit start, and it'll make the background red when you click it, like right there. That's how it's supposed to look. But FFR missed it on his first attempt.
He just wants to keep things close, man. He's being a crowd pleaser right there.
For the content, dude.
Throwing for content. Let's go.
Oh, that's too good. But yeah, V hard still going to be the 12 stages, just like hard mode. The AI is getting a lot more quicker, and you'll see it in the last 4 stages in specific. They have a lot of moments where they control.
We're trying to get something going here on Lakitu. He's getting a decent recovery there.
Yeah, Lakitu known for not raising his stack at the beginning on very hard, and I think he's the only opponent to not do that. So you always got to send a little bit extra to him.
Bumpty, what are you doing? One more. Oh no!
Oh
Bumpty!
no!
Bumpty with the scam clearing.
Hopefully no chain on second tier. There we go. Alright, just like that, a little bit of trolls on FFR side, plus the miss inputs to start very hard at the beginning. Cards is crawling back. Cards looking for... He got the lag... Or he had a lag chain opportunity, and I smartly think he chose to cut it off, and that paid off tenfold for him. 15-second clear. Sometimes you gotta know, like, when to actually cut off your chain, because extending it even just one more length could be a bad thing, and if he would have done that at the bottom, that probably would have cost him over 10 seconds there.
Yeah, that situational awareness, just one of the reasons I love speedrunning this game is that you are always having to make decisions. It's the comparison that a friend of mine has made is like a quote-unquote normal speed game, kind of like practicing for a symphony orchestra performance, and Tetris Attack and puzzle games are like a jazz. You just got to know the fundamentals and then like kind of improvise from there.
Agree. You can be turned off by the amount of RNG, but just like how unique every run feels, it's something that always appealed to me. Like, even if I'm not record grinding or something like that, because I'm definitely not now. These guys are way better than me. But just like casually doing runs or something, if I want to on stream, just chilling with chat, doing some like S hard on Puzzle League or B hard on here. It's such a good feeling.
I've also found it kind of funny how like cursor speed like really can impact your speed run time. It's like if there was a way to make Mario run faster in SM64 just by like button mashing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Nice lag chain from cards. But he's just getting the short end of the stick here with RNG so far, it feels like. Like Wiggler having all these clears lined up.
Nice lag chain on FFR side too. This is going to be a pretty big chain. Combo garbage falling a little bit later should minimize the shake time. And look at that. FFR threatening to go 2 full stages ahead now.
FFR Pro is unchained right now. I wonder if he had a really bad practice run and now he's just like taking out his rage in the actual race.
Pretty much. You don't want to get either of these guys angry. They'll just unlock something deep within them and start destroying every opponent. Guard's got to be careful right now. He was topped off there, didn't have it clear, and he could have taken a death, which would have been pretty detrimental for him. But even more detrimental is him not having Froggy topped off. I mean, he downstacked quite a lot, and some runners will try to play it a little less safe to try to get those quicker kills, but FFR also having the same issue here, not topping off Lunchfish. He's gonna need more lines too, because I don't think his follow-up's quite good.
Oh my gosh, this is Cards' chance to make up a little bit more time. You really don't want to get 44 seconds before the cave. I think like even with trolling, top runners are really hoping to keep nothing over 30 seconds, I'd say.
Scary spot for Cards. This is going to downstack a lot. Does he have enough scent? No, 2 lines short.
Oh my gosh.
Cards cooling off a little bit here at the end of the race. Let's see if he can find his mojo. I'm not sure if he's keeping tabs on FFR2. He might notice that he's a little bit behind and trying to play more aggressive.
I think if he can keep it within a stage going into the cave, then we'll have a decent shot. But he's like still about a stage and a half right now. Even with that trolling, Raven goes down in 20 seconds.
All right, so you guys remember the previous 27 minutes of the race and all those stages that we did? Okay, none of that matters. Here's the 4 stages that matter for this run. We have the final K for V hard here. These 4 opponents are going to try to prioritize chaining a little bit. As you see, Hookbill doing clears on the top right now, but now that he's shifted his cursor to the bottom, here's where he's going to start doing chains. And if you're unlucky enough, they're going to clear out a lot of things that you sent. And FFR actually sending a lot of separated garbage. This could be bad for him if Hookbill ends up getting the clears here. So here comes another attack. Still not topped off either.
I think this is a problem that some runners can have, is that if you haven't topped off the opponent, you can like get impatient and try to kill them really fast by only sending a few combo garbage or a couple chains, and when you really should be slowing down a bit to build up a bigger follow-up attack so you can top them off, because you can get caught in loops where you just don't have them topped off and you can have like a minute plus stage.
Well, because of that, Cards is only down by 1 stage now, and look at this sin that he did here. He's going to cut it off early, 2 5 combos and a 4 combo, but Hookbill doing a lot of chaining. I think Cards is going to need to sim more. Maybe this could be enough, though. It's all going to fall here. No clear, but FFR getting a 15-second while I'm trying to catch a Cards time there. FFR still fighting back. 2 stages left in this run. Kamek and Bowser are definitely 2 of the biggest trolls, though.
Yeah, they've been known to kill many runs, and like really, you get to the cave and you just hope. There's like some loose strategy that we try to use. Like it's definitely better to go for shorter attacks. Having those smaller chain garbage blocks will make the screen shake less.
Oh, Cards! Oh, 14 seconds. Okay. FFR cut his attack really, really short and didn't have too quick of a follow-up. And now Kamek with all these panels to work with. If Kamek can survive here, this could be trouble for FFR. Oh my. All right, here it comes. Cards can actually take the lead.
Nothing changed off that, but he hasn't sent enough. I think FFR Pro like gets flustered kind of easily. Like we've seen him, like get in these salt cycles.
All right, big chain coming from FFR, so he has the lead now. And Cards could probably be the favorite right now, to be honest. Well, as soon as I say that, FFR does get the kill.
Let's see here.
Was it enough? Oh, a little bit of shake, but there it is. All right, well, it's down to Bowser, per usual.
Yeah, FFR Pro maybe with like a 10-second lead here. But definitely within the margin of Bowser Troll. Like we've seen stages go above 2 minutes before. FFR Pro is gonna go for that cheese though. Bowser's way up there. But
all right, he's doing some chaining now too, wasting a lot of time. Cards with a quick sin himself. If Bowser does not have any quick follow-ups here on Cards' side, that's gonna be a lot of down stacking on the right pillar here. You got to keep an eye on both people because I don't know who's gonna die. Oh, FFR's 1 line short though.
It's gonna crush him.
Oh, he's gonna send it right now. Still kills.
Oh wow. Yeah,
if he had just a little more time, Bowser could have gotten to that clear too. And look at that. Their Bowser's almost the same time.
Wow.
Cards almost stealing that race there at the end.
That was some good stuff right there.
GG's. I mean, that just perfectly exemplifies like what Tetris Attack is, to where these guys were like super close the first 2 races. FFR jumps to a pretty solid lead at the end of Hard, and then just 1 stage at the end of V Hard, and they're pretty much tied up.
Playoff basketball's going on right now, so just like it's the last 2 minutes of playoff basketball that matter. It's the last 2 stages of Tetris Attack that really matter.
Well put, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this race. If you guys tuned in yesterday, Cards actually did 2 unique runs of this game, one being combos only for V Hard and the other being one-handed only. And I mean, I think we have a lot more Tetris Attack in this marathon later on. I know FFR is doing 2 exhibitions himself, I think tomorrow. And then there's like some Dr. Mario runs. Big advocate for Dr. Mario, great game. All other puzzle games too, make sure to check those out. I mean, I don't know if you have anything else to say, Tay?
Yeah, I'll just say that for anyone that enjoys the Puzzle League series, Tetris Attack, Pokemon Puzzle League, this is a great intro speedrun, I'd say. Like, if you just have like basic or intermediate skills, it's very easy to get in and get a couple runs in. So feel free to hop in our Discord. We're very, very friendly, very welcoming. This is a super fun game, and yeah, just thanks for watching and being part of the action.
Yeah, look up League of Puzzle Speedrunners or Tetris Attack Online, both speedrunning and PvP aspects of them. But yeah, we'd be happy to have you guys. And thanks Speed Game for allowing us to showcase this many runs. Like, it's been so fun as always. Like, we've always been helping out with this, and everyone behind the scenes doing a great job at Speed Gaming, of course. But yeah, thanks for having us, guys. Stick around. I think Final Fantasy Mystic Quest randomizer race is coming up, so that should be a treat. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Take care, everyone.